About a couple of minutes to get on real quick. We've got a pretty interesting topic to talk about on tonight. We want to make sure that we get with you guys, man, and just go over a few things. I wanted to see, we got a topic tonight that's kind of a trending topic that we want to kind of cover tonight and get your opinion, get your thoughts. You know, we had, it's very apparent that it was needed enough that we hop online and we talk about it with you, coming from a couple's standpoint, a couple's point of view. So we're looking right now, we see you guys, your comments coming up, popping up in front of us.
Hey Cynthia, hey.
That's why you see us kind of looking up here, saying hi to each and every one of you that are joining the live broadcast on tonight. This is from a couple standpoint of what we're going to talk about on tonight. Now, just to kind of give you a little backdrop, Family Gems with the Lasters is going to happen once maybe a week, once maybe every 2 weeks, once every month, something like that. Just kind of stay tuned about what we're going to be doing here, because this is going to be something that's going to be great for the men. It's going to be great for the women. It's going to be great for couples. And it's also going to be great for those that are aspiring to be married. You know, we're going to get into it here as soon as Chandra gets ready. We're going to get into it maybe as soon as she gets ready here. Kiki! Hey, boo!
Hey!
Let's see, Alicia's on. There are others that popped on here. Constance, hey. Dwayne, what's up, brother? Karen, what's up?
Oh, I'm on that. What do you mean?
There goes Chandra on there too.
I'm trying to see how to
So,
share it on my page.
so the trending topic right now. Oh, also just kind of give you a little bit more of what's happening here. Lashes Family Gems is something that that we came up with. Got the suit on. Stop it, girl. Stop it. Lashes Family Gems is something that that we kind of came up with because there are a lot of businesses, a lot of families that want to go into business. There are a lot of families that believe that they can't go into business because of the sake of the children. It'll pull their time. It'll do. It'll pull them many different ways, like they don't have an opportunity to do anything. It'll also pull them away from teaching the children. We're going to go in depth on all of that, on how we balance everything. We have, yes, D, we got the music playing in the back. It's going to cut off here in a minute when we get down to the topic. What up, Rob? Hey, Winona. So, you know me, Daniela, I got to have the music. You know how that works. Hey, Liz. Okay, so we want to make sure that, you know, give you guys a little bit of who we are. You see the pictures on Facebook. Chandra and I, we have been married 21 years this past December.
We legal now. We legal 21.
Oh, yeah, we grown now.
We grown now.
We grown now, so you got to watch us now. We grown. You know, we might be talking about some grown things, you know. We have 6 children, all in one quiver. It's all one litter. You know, it's not his, hers, ours, them, theirs, all this other kind of stuff. This is she and I. We have 6 children together. So this Lashes Family Gems is, hey, moms, dads, you got one child, 2 children, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and can't find the time to be able to balance. That's what we're here to show you how to do. So, let's move on to the topic on tonight. Did you have anything to abuse?
No, I think that's it. I think you did. You did a great job.
Okay, so I'm going to turn this music down. Ant, what's up, brother? That's cousin, right?
Yes, that's
Hey,
Tony.
Ant.
Hey, Tony.
Let me turn this down a little bit here. Let's talk about what's going on as a trending topic tonight. Now, we want to make sure that you guys give some insight as well. If y'all have any questions for us, if y'all have any comments for us, make sure that y'all put them there in the comment section, and then we'll be more than happy to answer them as we're going on. So the trending topic tonight is Ayesha Curry. Ayesha Curry said that she feels like she's not getting enough attention. She feels like he's getting all the Chris Curry, basketball superstar.
Chris Curry.
Stephen Curry. Who is Chris Curry?
I don't know.
Stephen Curry.
You made up somebody.
Stephen Curry is the basketball superstar, the basketball legend, the guru, Zulu basketball king, right? So his wife, she made a post. Well, they were talking.
She was on the Red Table Talk.
There you go.
And it was her mother-in-law, her sister-in-law, two of her sister-in-laws. They was on there, and they was talking about the topic of being wives of these successful basketball players, and so they was talking about that, and that's where she made that comment from. And so if you haven't watched it with Jada Pinkett Smith, her Red Table Talk, if you haven't watched it, you should go and watch it and see that interview that she did with them, and it was really good. But of course, what Ayesha said, it kind of got everybody, attention and talking about it, and saying good and bad things about it. And we want to know, what are your thoughts about it? How you guys feel about it? Whether you think that she was wrong for saying it, or whether you think she was right. Now, this is not to cause any arguments or anything. This is just to have a little sit-down conversation about it. That's it. No arguments. No, we don't want to be going back and forth. We just want to have a nice conversation about it and what you think about it. So you can get it here from a husband's point of view, a male point of view, and a wife point of view, a female point of view. So that's what we're going to do today.
I do want to make sure that you all understand that this is the things that are said tonight. This is not based upon any kind of research given. This is not based upon any kind of factuals given. This is strictly opinion.
Yeah.
This is opinion from a husband standpoint, an opinion from a wife standpoint, an opinion from a couple standpoint. Okay, on how that kind of went down. And we still haven't heard Stefan's side, you know what I mean? So it wasn't even a big deal, but it made news. So we got gist of it, we heard about it, so we want to kind of talk about it. It's hard for someone to be vulnerable and tell. Now, Alicia, that is absolutely true. Number one, it's hard to be vulnerable and be able to tell it because people are just... people are evil today, and you really don't know who to trust. I mean, you would go try to tell a little bit of your business to someone, and then you find out your business all the way in California. How did that happen? I don't have a clue. Heard truth, so I'm humble. What did it say? That she came out and honest. Absolutely, Alicia. I'm gonna move this camera to the side a little bit so I can see. I can't see.
I'll pull it up on my thing.
We already watched that.
No, I'm finna pull the comments up on my phone so you can see it.
Oh, okay. All right. So with her being vulnerable as she was,
I was trying to look at it and see exactly what she said so we could say exactly what she said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to necessarily quote her.
Okay.
But I mean, everybody understands that she said.
Okay, I got you.
Well, you gonna play it for me so they can hear just what she said?
Okay.
From Mom, she's very strong and powerful.
You sure that's where it is?
It's somewhere right there.
So, in a gist, what she was saying is that her husband being a superstar, he's getting all the attention from a lot of the women, whether it be saying hi, whether it be the women trying to hit on him, well, not hit on him, but, trying to talk to him, trying to go after him, trying to get to him, trying to lust after his flesh, so to speak. And then she being the housewife, mom, I call domestic engineer. She's being the one sitting at home. She's not getting that type of attention. The other ladies, her family, says that she is getting the attention. She's just not paying attention to it. There was a friend of mine that mentioned on Facebook
children of my quality time with them and my cheating my husband out of like me solely being there
They can hear
all the
it.
time. It takes a lot of quiet time, solitude, like searching within yourself, taking a deep breath and being like, okay, no, this is okay. I got this. Because I spent a little while not doing these things, and I think I was kind of miserable.
Oh, I'm with you. I went through that phase, like not working and like, okay, I'm just going to concentrate on my kids.
So
I'm going to concentrate on my husband, and I turned into a terror.
Well, and then like, look what happens. Like your children grow up and then they leave.
So
and
we're
they
playing
start
that
their
part
own
for you guys so you
beautiful
can hear
lives,
it just
and
in the
then you're
event that you
left
have not
starting
heard it,
all
okay?
away, saying, who am I? And so like, I just want to make sure that when that happens, like I'm good and I still have a sense of self.
Yeah.
I think for me, honestly, right now I'm 5 months in, 6 months in to marriage. And I'm struggling. I'm asking because I want you to be able to take me wherever.
Alicia says, we don't know if she has been in prayer about this or not. She didn't really confirm if her husband was giving her attention or not. So it can come off that that she may be seeking validation from men. It's some more sitting down there. What is the comment?
Okay.
And that is absolutely true, Alicia. That is so true. You know, we don't know his part. It wasn't saying that he was doing anything wrong. She wasn't saying anything about doing anything wrong. She didn't say that he did anything wrong or no one else tried to do anything wrong. It's just the perception of her being her self-esteem at that point. Would that be? Her self-esteem at that point to her should be validated. You know what I mean? So she's trying to... So it can come off that maybe she's seeking validation from men who is not her husband, in which can be a dangerous playground. Definitely something to be in fervent prayer about, but I appreciate her vulnerability.
And this is what I'm going to say. And this is coming from a mother of 6, coming from a wife. And if everybody, like when people first, when we first got married, like, a lot of people knew me as Robert's wife. So, in her standpoint, I could see a lot of people knowing her as Stephen Curry's wife. Not her as Ayesha Curry, but Stephen Curry's wife. So, that's one thing. Then you have the children, we love our kids. It's just that our bodies go through a lot after we, being pregnant with kids and after we didn't have kids, and so our bodies go through some changes. Okay, so we got that going on. We got her husband is being a very outgoing person, famous person. He's a very famous basketball player. So now you got all the women flaunting at him and all the groupies, and everybody has all their attention on him. And she's like, okay, I'm over here. And I can understand that because everybody knows Robert as an outgoing person. Everybody knows him as the car guy. Everybody knows him as the funny guy. But Chandra's over here. Hey, I'm over here. I'm the one over here taking care of the kids. I'm the one over here taking care of the husband. I'm the one over here, having his back. I'm over here. And so in a way, I can kind of understand what she was saying. It's not that she was, I think, now this is just me thinking myself, she's not saying, okay, I want people all in my inbox. I want men to be all over me trying to give me their numbers, doing this and that. I think she's just saying, okay, look, I just want to know if after dealing with all that, do I still have it? I mean, am I still sexy? Am I still beautiful? And she said that she has some insecurities in herself. So that's what that comment came out of her insecurity. And with her being a beautiful woman as she is, I know you're probably thinking, okay, how can she have insecurities when she's very beautiful? She has money, got stuff that she can buy, just all that going on for her. But sometimes we do get into that place where, sometimes we want to hear that from somebody else, And I mean, that's just the human nature part of us. I mean, it just is what it is. Not saying that we want men to be, like I said, slipping us our number, being in our DM and everything, but you got to understand she's in his shadow. It's like it's like she's trying to come out into her own. I'm want to say.
So Alicia says, but she has seemed to work really hard to have her own identity with her meals and cookbook line. But I can see how she can be in his shadow. Sports tends to overshadow sometimes. What happens in the off season? Is he addressing those needs?
And see, that's another thing, because we don't know whether she's not getting that validation from Stephen. We don't know. So, you know what I'm saying?
Watch this. This is how I feel about that, okay? Stephen is a major superstar sports guy. Yes, she's got a cookbook line. Yes, she has her meals. Yes, she has her own. But sometimes with all of that, she may want to feel some type of validation from him. He's not there a lot. So a lot of the validation that she's looking for, he's not providing, or not providing enough, because there's still that validation that she needs. That's what I feel. And yes, Rob, you said what happens in the off season, is he addressing those? This is not something that he had to address. This was something that that the media.
No. He's saying, like, is he, letting her know that she's beautiful. Being there with her, doing all that during the.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not that he's not addressing it. It's something that the media kind of extracted from all of that she was saying, and said now Stephen Curry's wife is feeling like she's not being validated, and y'all know how media is. That was something innocent. That was something simple. That was something that, hey, maybe she had a concern, that now that media has taken that thing and made it a tornado effect around, to a boomerang effect, if you will. Alicia says maybe that's an area her husband can help build her up.
That's true.
But it's a daily work of allowing the Lord to pour into her.
Yeah, and that the spiritual side as well. We know that the Lord said that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. We have to get those scriptures that we can use to help lift ourselves up. We have to encourage ourselves in the Lord. Sometimes we don't get that validation that we need from our spouse, and sometimes we have to get it from God. And I totally agree with you, Alicia, on that. Also, with us being human, we still want to get it from another human, if that makes sense. I can totally relate to her. I'm not as famous as, Ayesha and Steph, and we're not as famous as they are.
I don't know who you might not be famous. I'm real famous.
I can understand where she's coming from. If I can be, transparent for a little bit. With Robert works all the time. If y'all know, he's working in the car business, and they're gone all the time. And sometimes we do feel a little like by ourselves. I mean, just to be honest, see, I love her because she was honest with us. And sometimes us married women, we need that. I know it's a lot of us thinking that, okay, my husband tell me this all the time sometimes, so I don't need that outside. Yes, I think people still do. It still feels good to hear somebody say that you look good, even though it's not your husband, it's somebody else. I mean, it could be another woman. It just saying that you look nice. Oh, your hair is nice, your jewelry is nice, whatever the case may be. But I know sometimes with Robert not being here, you get kind of lonely. Just being with the kids, you just like, okay, I want some of that adult time. And so, fortunately for us, I see him every night. She don't. She doesn't see her husband every night. And so, that could put her in that place that she's in now. And,
that's absolutely true. When we talk scripture-wise, we can get all the validation that we really need, quote unquote, through scripture. But like Chandra said, but scripture is faith-based, if you will. Okay? Scripture is faith-based. And whatever the scripture is, it is what it is. But what you believe of the scripture is totally upon your faith. You see what I'm saying? we believe that our validation would come from Christ. We believe that our validation, which I don't believe she wants attention to start an unhealthy relationship, but just to be noticed.
I
absolutely.
Agree.
That's 100%.
I totally agree with you, Alicia.
That's
and that's exactly
absolutely
what I was saying. I don't think she's trying to start no side relationship or anything like that. I think she just wanted to be noticed. That's just simple and plain. I mean, like she said, you know, Stephen has all these girls coming at him and everything, and it's like she's just over here and ain't nobody. And it's like that could be a good or a bad thing, because like you said, when you started, you wanted that attention and you started getting that attention, them dudes started being in your inbox, like that could start something dangerous right there. You know what I'm saying? That could set off some stuff in the husband, and that can start triggering stuff in you that you really didn't want, you know. So like they say, be careful what you ask for.
Well, the thing about it, you know what? I saw her, and this is probably my first time really seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't like her DM just dry. You know what I'm saying? Men base many of their opinions off of what they see.
And that's a good point, because with her, she's not the one that's showing a lot of skin. Right. She's very classy. She looks nice. I mean, right. So I was reading I was reading a post or a comment from somebody, and they was like, it's because of that, you know, because nowadays men want to see ladies with all they butt cheeks hanging out and chest hanging out and all that stuff. And so she's not like that. So that might be why she's not getting noticed per se.
Well, if that's the case, then that's absolutely the wrong notice. That is a horrible notice. You don't want to get noticed like that. Ladies, let me tell you something. We like to see that. But if you're seeking attention, don't do that to seek attention. Give that to the one that you're with, if that makes sense. Okay? Give that to your husband. All right? Give that to your life partner. Don't give that this stuff that's flaunting right now, that's given out on social media, guys. This is way too much. When we were coming up, we didn't see all this, so we didn't have this problem. You know, wanting to see women look a certain way. And that's like for those 3 minutes that they're live on Facebook, or they posted a picture or whatever. For those 2 minutes that's posted, that's not them for real. But you have to be an adult to see that. So Daniela says she is saying her DM is dry.
Right.
Alicia says, yes, they both have been open about their faith. Mm-hmm. Daniela says, I believe because they have become marriage goals. I think there's a higher level of respect that men have for her.
And that is true, because, you know, they are married. So people are trying to respect her in that aspect. You know, they're trying to respect Stephen as well.
But so watch this. If you as a woman, okay, if you present yourself respectful, men,
and that's the same thing Alicia just said.
So there you go, Alicia. She
always see them carry themselves like wholesome, respectful way. So yeah.
So if a woman presents herself that way, then a man will perceive them that way. A man will talk to them that way. If a woman's showing other things, this, that, and the third, she looked like something off a Jet magazine in 1962, you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're going to come at her like that. You know what I mean? On the flip side of that, Stephen, he's always dressed right. He's always speaking correctly. You don't see him out doing all kinds of manner of things at, you know, strip clubs and different things that you taking pictures. You don't see him making it rain. You don't see all that from him. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's an upright man. I don't know if he's a man of God. I don't know what his faith is. I think that he is. Mm-hmm. But he dresses and he presents himself that way. So even then, when a woman comes to him, a woman gonna come to him, hey, nice game, hey, nice haircut, or something like that. Now, perception on that.
Well, she did say on the talk that it's been plenty of times where, you know, he would introduce her, but then sometimes she had to say, hey, I'm here.
That's a good point. Men, listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now, okay? Chandra and I.
Why is doing it?
Is it blurry? Yeah, it's a little blurry. It's gonna
There
start
you
there. Okay. So when Chandra and I used to go out, okay, we talking about being vulnerable and things of that nature. There, when we used to go out, I wasn't introducing her. She was with me. People came and they saw me.
Mm-hmm.
People came when we went out. It was the people that I hung out with that came with me. Chandra wasn't there. To the crowd, it was almost invisible. You see what I'm saying? Right? Because all the crowd was my crowd. All right? But now, if we go somewhere, when somebody, hey, Robert, hey, how are you? This is my wife. This is my wife, Chandra. And I make sure that they get her name right. This is my wife, Chandra. Because some of them, the southern dialect, Chandra, Chandra. You know what I mean? All kinds of stuff. It's Chandra. This is my wife, Chandra. So when she said that, it's like, okay, validation. This is my wife. This is not my lady. This is not my girl. This is not my girlfriend. It's not my side chick. This is not my home girl. No. This is my wife. Whether that makes her feel a warm, fuzzy feeling or not, no. Let's state facts. State fact is she's my wife. And that letting whoever else in that crowd listening know that this is my wife.
Okay, for those that are tuning on right now, what we're doing, we're talking about the topic of
my brother
Ayesha Curry and the comment that she made. Hey, Carla, thank you for joining. Thank y'all for joining. We're talking about the comment that Ayesha Curry made on the Red Table Talk with Jaded Pickett Smith. So if you have some input, we want to hear what you think about it. We want to hear whether you thought she was right, whether you thought she was wrong. This is not to cause no arguments. This is just for us to, friend girl, this is just for us to have a conversation, a nice conversation about it. And I want to thank Alicia and Daniela and Trey and everybody that's hopped on and said something so far. We appreciate your comments and your opinions as well.
So Alicia said, just simply notice me. Absolutely. Listen, we've been married 21 years, guys, and I mean, just to relate that to what we do, I've been in the car business almost as long as we've been married. So a lot of that we experienced as well. I wasn't never here. I was always at work. When I got off from work, I wanted to go to bed. It wasn't like, hey, Chandra, let's sit down and talk. It's not like that often still now. But now we've been married for a certain length of time that we now saying, hey, listen, okay, we can have these talks as we can, as we get a chance to. That's how our lifestyle is set up. Everybody else's life is not set up that way. That's just how our life is set up. That makes sense? So we making it work the way that we make it work, guys. We tell you guys, hey, listen, you can do this. You can see, hey, you can do this. We making suggestions. But at the end of everything, you have to make it work the way that you got to make it work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
No, I was just trying to see if people going to come and say anything about it. But I just really, just as a mom and as a wife, like I said, I really understand where she was coming from. And it was not to try to get an unhealthy relationship, as Alicia said, but it was just to be noticed. And sometimes, maybe with Stephen, working so hard. That my LaShonda, hey, my LaShonda, hey, girl. With Stephen, working so hard, training and doing all the things that he does, sometimes he might forget. I mean, just to be honest, sometimes he might. And so with her dealing with the things that she's dealing with, and I know Alicia said something about a cooking show and dealing with the kids. I'm telling you, when y'all have kids, that change some things. So here's what I found out. In the beginning of a marriage, and if you don't have children, everything's happy-go-lucky. All of your time is her time. All of her time is your time. You guys are pouring into each other. That's wonderful. That's blissful. But let's talk about what happens after that.
Because hopefully you guys will wait at least 5 to 7 years before there's any children involved. I'm telling you now.
Maybe at least 1 or 2.
No.
2.
1 or 2 years. You still trying
what y'all think? I think like 1 or 2. No more than 5. No more than 5.
You gotta have 5 to 7. And the reason why you have 5 to 7 now. This is why I say you have to have 5 to 7. Because you're trying to get careers established. Mm-hmm. You probably not established in a career in 1 year. I'm just saying. You have to get careers established. You have to find your way in life and what you want to do. You have to have an identity as a husband, and you have to have an identity as a wife.
Okay, so what if they already have a career established?
Well, then you're talking 3 to 5.
Okay. So that's 3 to 5 years for y'all to travel the world,
for y'all to do everything that you want to do. Enjoy one another. See, like we got married. We already had children.
1? We already had 1. You said children like we had more than 1. We only had 1.
Hold on. We got married in 97.
No. You're telling our age, bro.
790. And then Ariana 98. So we had one when we got married.
And then
we had another one.
We got married, we had another one.
Okay.
So, and then we had about more. Okay,
it's only more. I already told him at the beginning we had 6 children.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You guys got to have a solid foundation, okay? Mm-hmm. Because here's what happens after children. Husbands, the idea that your wife was always giving you your time, that's great. It goes out the door. Out the door. Because her time then belongs with the kids.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, see?
He said 3 years maybe. See?
I got married after the kid. See? He said 3 years, see?
You
3
said
to 5.
No, you said 5 to 7.
Shoot, yeah. If y'all can wait 5 to 7, please do. Because as long as you can and enjoy yourself. Because here's why I say that. A lot of men, they get married when they're 21, 22, 23 years old.
How old were you?
21.
20. Oh, you were 20. Yes,
20 years old. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. We're not even equipped to handle ourselves until about 30, 31, 32-ish. Okay? So when we start having children that young, we are still children. Men, we are still children. We want our games. We want to play. We want our cake. We want to eat it too. That's how we are around that age. We are very immature around that age. Mentally, we're done around that age. You guys, ladies, you want us to be a certain way, but we're not. See, bro. See, our mindsets are not prepared to handle what's coming for life with family at that age. You say, oh, see, he gonna say he's 30. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, but you was ready at the end because you was 30. You see what I'm saying? When I was 20, I'm out there. I'm trying to run the streets, man. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know that there was a commitment there. I saw it all on TV. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad, they've been together for 50 years. But I didn't know that it was going to come with all that it came with. You see what I'm saying? And then when kids came along, she just went on with the kids. My attention is gone. So I'm like, hello. Where's my attention? You see what I'm saying? Now the kids are a little older, and she can't baby them like that no more. Now she's like, hello. Mm-hmm. Where's my attention? And my brain is now career oriented and trying to get money under this roof. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of how we flopped. Mm-hmm. But in that situation, we had the same thing happening. She wanted to have the attention. She wanted to get the attention. All of my attention was going to work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of, I can't say a direct reflection because we didn't have all of the paparazzi going on, all of the media in our business. We didn't have all of that going on. Mm-hmm. But as far as internally, the feelings were the same. And I can only imagine that Stephen, he kind of like, if you take that one comment, you know what, let me tell you, that one comment is almost like the prayer of Jabez. Because the prayer, yes. Because the prayer of Jabez is in the midst of all of this other stuff.
Yeah, and the prayer is in the middle. Gotcha.
And the only thing that we can put out, we pulled out of all of that, the prayer of Jabez.
That's right.
So out of all of that she said, we pulled out that she wants some attention. Okay, so
But they ain't say all that. Think about all the other
they ain't
stuff
got
she
all the
said.
other stuff that she said in there.
Yeah.
They only said talking about she need attention.
Because even at the round table, it was Stephen Curry's mother, it was his sister, and it was his brother's fiance. So you had all that, like, I think she just became the fiance like the day before they did the table talk. The sister-in-law been married for like, I think 5 months or something like that. So she's very new. And she was like, she didn't know it was going to be like this. Because she married a basketball player too, and he's gone most of the time. And all of them, they chose not to go on the road with them because they wanted some stuff that could be their own, and they didn't just want to follow them, on the road.
And one of them just got married the day prior.
No, she was engaged. She
just got engaged the day prior.
His brother asked her for her hand in marriage the day before.
Yeah.
And then you had his mom there, who married a basketball player as well, and they had been married for like 30 years, I want to say. So she gave her wisdom and her, knowledge about the situation, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
So when we looking at this, guys, now we wanted to kind of bring out
just say what Alicia said.
So Alicia says, thank you for being open, because never perfect, but have to learn each other, not only learning yourselves to be a better you for your family. Then Trey comes back. He said, Mike, we graduated together. We went to school together.
Oh, cool.
He said, yep. Carver High. Don't play like that. Hey, man, you see how she do about Carver? Because she graduated from Kendrick. She old raggedy Cherokee. But that's fine. That's a whole nother story. He said, man, you speaking my language. I'm telling you, I can relate. Years change you. Bro, yes. Years absolutely change you, man. And it's only through experiences that change you. If you hadn't had any experiences, your mental state will still be the same.
And that's why we doing this family gyms with the Laster, because I know a lot of single people thinking, oh, when I get married, they're going to have this beautiful wedding and all this stuff, and they think it's just going to be peaches and cream, and it is
they say
not.
Blissful.
Okay, they think it's going to be blissful, but it is not. And we want to come on and we want to be able to help those that having issues in their marriage, and just let them know that it can be done, it can work. Because when y'all hear our story, our testimony, y'all gonna be like, whoa, just to know that we still together after 21 years. No, it's been longer than that, like 30 some years. 30 years.
We've been knowing each other for 30 plus years.
Yeah. So that's why we want to do this, so we can be open with you guys, and we can let you know, no, it's not blissful. It's fun. It is what you make it. There you go.
You make it fun.
But sometimes you're gonna have those problems, and we just want to be open and honest with you.
So Carla says she just wants somebody to see her and be like, dang, she looks good.
Right.
I'm sure Steph tells her all the time, but she feels like he's supposed to say that.
Right.
That's Carla. That's true. Because, the wives would think, well, you, the husband, supposed to say that. You're supposed to say that to me. Mm-hmm. And if he's not saying that to her, then you're going to have problems. Mm-hmm. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? I know that, and everybody else know that. As a man, okay, listen, I'm not gonna tell my wife that she looks good. But then when somebody else tell her that she look good,
you're gonna get mad.
Then you're gonna get mad. What kind of sense does that make? That makes no sense. A marriage is what you make it. Just like your job, the more you put in, the more you get out of it.
True.
Just like your job, call it just like with anything.
Anything.
Whatever you put effort into, you will see the results out of that. Mm-hmm. It's almost like seed time and harvest. You go out and you plant seeds on the left side of your yard, and plant the same seed on the right side of your yard, and you cater more to the left side of your yard, that's going to grow up, and the right side is going to get filled with weed. Mm-hmm. Let me say better than that. Weeds.
Right.
I know how my people is. They say weed. He said weed on that, and then I've been in the media talking about weed on the Facebook Live and stuff like that.
That's funny.
So it all depends on what you cater to. You as a wife cater to your husband. You as a husband, you cater to your wife. And then everything works out great. Okay? So, like at the beginning, let's look at the beginning.
In the beginning.
Let's look at the beginning. In their Genesis, in our Genesis, in your Genesis. You always dated? You was always on the phone?
Wait.
You always,
Wait. We didn't do that.
We went out couple times.
When?
Okay, so we went to Western Sizzling.
That was a good... Y'all, please forgive me.
But we went out.
Robert.
We went together, but
So
we had
going
Liddell
out,
and
yes,
Mike
that's
Miller.
what I was going to say. What Mike at? He need to get
But
on
that
here.
was, we went out there.
Okay.
Anyway, what I was trying to say, you do all that stuff at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Chandra met me when I was in the 8th grade. Okay?
Oh, you was in the 8th grade.
I was in the 8th grade. She was already graduating high school.
Let's
So
see.
Carla says marriage has ups and downs, just like life. As long as both parties are willing to work on things, love, respect each other, compromise, etc., they can work through anything. Marcine says, could it be that he loving the attention now because when he first came out, he's all about her. Now things has changed and she sees or notices the changes in him.
That is good. Because, at first it was just on Stephen, but then he started making all them 3-pointers and started getting, and his head just blowing up, and now,
Well, and again, now, Marcine, we can't say that now because we hadn't heard Stefan's side on that. As a matter of fact, we hadn't even heard her side in that depth, in that type of depth. That was really just
that was her insecurities and things that she was dealing with.
Sometimes I feel like I want some attention.
Yeah, not saying that he didn't give her none or nothing like that. It was just her.
What happens if this thing turned around and Stefan says, sometimes
yes.
Sometimes, I'm out here, I'm on the road all the time, and I'm doing all of this. I'm going to try to support my family. I'm trying to make sure that my family's taken care of, and I'm working hard. And the only thing that I can think about is them while I'm out here and I'm playing these games. I'm not really worried about who's talking to me as far as the people-wise. And sometimes I just feel like, if I could get that attention, just to know that I still got it every now and then. What would the media say then?
And somebody said that I was reading a comment, and they said, now, if the tables were turned, everybody would bash him so bad, And I'm like, really? But...
Because we need attention, too.
Yeah, but y'all get, too much.
Well, we need the too much attention from one.
That's true.
It just so happened that we are a product of circumstance. You see what I'm saying? We are a product of circumstance. Right. Okay, so watch this. Stephen is a product of circumstance. Mm-hmm. Because if he wasn't Stephen Curry, the NBA superstar, he'll be just Stephen Curry.
Right. That's true.
But his circumstance says that he's Stephen Curry, NBA superstar.
And you know what? I was thinking about this thing. It's not just in the world, but it's in the church arena as well. Because you being a pastor, just look at Ty Tribbett. You know what I'm saying? Just look at Tone and Dietrich Haddon. You know what I'm saying? They have people, flaunting after them too, and they was married as well. So it's just not with just the world. It's with church as well. So it
in
can
church,
go both ways,
You are a pew member, and then, a congregational member, because a lot of churches don't have pews. Yeah, no. A lot of church. Yeah, that's right, Carla. We need it too. Shoot, I don't know what you're talking about. You have congregational members, and then you accept your calling. And you become a pastor, minister, whatever your title, position may become. You did not see what you saw when you was in the congregation. You do not see what you see now as a member of leadership that you do when you're in the congregation. It's totally different.
Mm-hmm. Look at her. She said, forget the circumstances.
Well, you can't forget the circumstances because if it was just okay. So watch this. I'm born and raised here. All right. There's nowhere that you can put me in an airplane and put me on a parachute and drop me that I will have a stranger around me. There's nowhere that I go, I will have a stranger around me. I will always be meeting people. I'm always outgoing. That is my personality. I'm always talking to new people. I'm always trying to find out other people's business, so I might be able to insert myself in into their business that I might be able to get a blessing out of it. I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know who God's going to put into your life and going to bless you. But if you don't open up your mouth and talk to these people, you don't know who you just missed.
Right, that's true.
And that's me. That's not her.
I sit back.
That's not her. So
I got to warm up to people. I can't just be like, well, I'm starting to do better now. I can, go out and be like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Whatever. And then that's it. I mean, but you, on the other hand.
That's right, Mike. That's what I'm saying. We know what you're talking about, Carla. Mike, I'm telling you, listen, we from Carl High, baby, we got it. We are all chalk it up to EBFE. Mike, you took EBFE. Down here had it in school no more, but you took EBFE. They got something else, some.
You inherit this trait. That's what that was. That's
so
from
the
Carver.
That's from Carver right there.
That was from your daddy. Your daddy.
That's from my daddy. And that's right. Because Mike like that too. You know what I'm saying? We like that. We're open like that. We open to meet different people. I don't care who you are, race, creed, color, whatever. I'm open to meet you because you have some type of life story that might be able to speak to me and help me move to my next level.
Okay, you guys, so let us know what you think about this situation with Ayesha Curry and the Red Table Talk. We had a couple of people say some things, but we want to see, it's some more people on here watching. We want to see what y'all think.
We got everybody.
Look at that thing.
We did.
Look, it's a couple more people on here that ain't said nothing.
Oh, them the lookers.
Spectators.
That's cool. That's cool too. Just make sure you share this on your page because somebody got to hear that. Somebody got to hear it coming from a couple because here. You don't see many times where men will come out and will step and talk about this kind of stuff. Because number one, men think it's like petty. Okay? If we can be real with it, men think this kind of stuff petty. But it's a concern for our women. You know what I mean? Huh? And I will tell you, as a man, yes, I think like, oh man, she just whatever.
What?
That's not a Carver thing because
What?
I'm quiet and barely talk to people.
What?
Listen, I'm trying to be saved. Don't do that.
No.
Wait, what?
No.
I'm gonna delete that one.
No.
She's quiet. Okay, listen, don't worry about I'm not even gonna go into that. Listen. Okay, as a man, I'm thinking like, okay, okay, first of all, it doesn't matter to me if she wants attention. All right, I'm gonna put that out there. I don't care. When you are in the spotlight, then of course, media of the world will take what you say and do out of context.
True.
That's absolutely true.
Absolutely true.
That's why what she said it didn't really mean nothing to me because that's not what she was saying that the media was trying to portray of her. That's not what she was saying, and we understood that. You see what I'm saying? If it's a valid concern, then okay. So if Chandra said that to me, that's something that I need to fix. But if somebody else said that, I'm not. I mean, if I can be real with you, I don't care. I mean, it's not something that.
See, he don't because if I come home and I be like, well, so and so said I look good or something, he be like, good, great.
So watch this. if Joe Smo said to Chandra, you look good. She came and she told me, I'm going to go tell Joe Smo, appreciate you. So, I like to have a man to say to my wife, hey, you look nice. Why? Because that's still my wife. That ain't his. She ain't going nowhere. He probably don't even know that we got 6 kids. Because when he find that out, then he might be like, oh, shoot. Carla say, I understand Ayesha's point as well as people that try to bash her. she is entitled to feel how she feels in regards to attention. But I'm sure she feels she'll be fine without it. She said it.
All this time she been fine. She said it's so many years that she hadn't had any kind of attention. I forgot what she said on the thing, but I guess before the kids or whatever, so.
In a nutshell, she's okay with it. She was just mentioning that it's nice to know that she still got it.
Right.
She still, and look, and if she don't know that she still got it after she said that,
then something's wrong. Hey.
Listen, I guarantee you that her inbox done blew up 1,000 times. Guarantee.
Hers and Stephen's.
Both
of them.
Both.
Did you hear what your wife said?
I guarantee you, if she didn't have attention before, she got it now.
Right.
She absolutely has it now. And if he wasn't getting that much attention before, he got it now. So, in a nutshell, okay, she said that she wasn't meaning what everybody else saying that she meant. We know that. I can see those that are commenting. We know that. But from media standpoint, man, look, don't take that out of context. Number one, she ain't even in your house. What you worried about that for? You know what I'm saying? Why is that your business?
Trey said he's with Alicia, that media took what she said and ran with it.
Absolutely. And matter of fact, if this video is shared too many times, they're going to take it and run with it. We might have some people at the media though coming over here talking about, hey, what was your opinion? Because we popular.
Maybe Stephen Curry will come to the house.
That'd be great.
Come to the house and him and Alicia.
Why don't y'all share this with y'all friends and have y'all friends share this with their friends and have their friends to share it with their friends, and we could possibly get him to come over here because my kids love him, my boys love him.
Do.
You know what I mean? I don't understand why they love him so much because see, I can play ball just like Stephen.
You man. You
got it. I can make a 3-pointer, as long as we play.
He was the star basketball player at Carver High.
2K19 live. We got to play that. But anyway. Listen, this right here, we just wanted to get on and then express our concern and our opinion about what was going on with that. Carla says, I agree with Alicia too. How can we tell Ayesha that she's wrong for how she feels?
That's right.
You cannot, because that's how she feels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She's entitled.
She is entitled to that. Alicia, we might have you come over and be on our next one.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Anyway, listen, we're going to get off of here. We've been on for an hour, LaShonda. LaShonda, why haven't you commented tonight? I hadn't heard you since you popped up and said, hey, boo.
She going to pop off.
And you leave and come back.
I'm surprised she's still up.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You usually go to sleep by 8 o'clock.
I'm surprised she's still up.
DJ, what's up, brother? So, listen, we're going to get out of here, guys. We will be back on. Mm-hmm. Just keep your eye out for us. This is something that we are going to start back up. We did 1 or 2 of these before. Yeah. We actually had some really good comments during that time. We had some people that were actually going through some things that needed to have answers that... hey, y'all don't do They needed to have some answers, and they didn't want to hear from somebody that had book knowledge. They wanted to hear from somebody that had experience, And I'm sure a lot of the wives feel that way, but Ayesha was the only one who was vulnerable to speak.
Yes,
that's right.
Because I can relate, totally. I can relate.
Many of the wives, they just stay quiet and they don't want to say anything. Well, she just so happened to say something about it, not trying to get out of context, but that's where it went, Most definitely. Great job, guys. Okay.
Thank you.
So we are going to have it. We're going to be posting our next topic and let you guys know that if you are married and if you do have husbands, it's really important to have your husbands to sit and watch with you on some of these, because a lot of things that I might say, you as the wife might say, hey, husband, look, this is what's going on. Or the husband might say, hey, wife, this is actually how I feel. I just didn't know how to articulate it.
Right.
We are the type now, after 21 years, that we can say things that a lot of marriages have hidden. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? So men, from a man perspective, be able to speak vulnerably and not have to worry about the wrong intentions. Right. You see what I'm saying? If I say this, I don't want to feel condemned. You know what I'm saying? So we do that. We'll do that. We will be doing that, and we'll have special guests, and we'll have all kinds of things. We'll even have our children on sometimes to say how they feel about certain things and talk to you guys about certain things, because it's Laster Family Gym.
Right.
It's Laster Family Gym, and that's how we're gonna handle it. Okay. Anything else you got for the people?
No, that's it. That's it.
Y'all sure y'all don't have any more questions or any more comments while we're uh-oh.
You look good.
Thank you. So do you.
Oh, thank you.
And it is nice.
Yes.
See, that felt so good. That don't be starting no stuff. Okay.
It felt so nice, didn't it?
All right, y'all. Well, y'all be easy. We love you. Until next time, y'all be looking out for Laster Family Gym. We're going to get on here and we're going to make y'all day. It's going to be great.
Great.
All right? Love you. Peace.